Well, Happy New Year, and welcome to the first Pomona Promise Network podcast. I am your host, Andrew Quiñones, and today in studio we have special guest Renee Barbee of Nueva Voz. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Andy. Thank you for having me.
Well, I'm glad that you're here for our first podcast here in the Positive Pomona Production Studio. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right. So tell us, La Nueva Voz, Pomona's only community newspaper.
That's true.
Give us a little history and how you came across this newspaper and how you and Jeff end up taking over.
Well, back in 2008, Jeff found out about the old La Voz, which ran successfully for 28 years, and a friend of his contacted him and said, hey, go out and pick up a copy of La Voz. He said, I've never heard of La Voz. So Jeff went out in this hot summer heat, like 110 degrees, went to Pomona to find a copy, and he brought it back, and he set up a meeting with a friend of his who now lives in Apple Valley, and the former graphic designer of the old La Voz, who is also now working for us. Her name is Dora Cruz, and she is our graphic designer. She creates the ads, and when nobody has the capability to do so. And once we he had the meeting, I was working at the time somewhere else. And when the market crashed in 2008, I got laid off. And when he drove home, he said, I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how the advertising is going to work. That's the only way the papers be able to be supported. I said, I can help you with that. My marketing background is in marketing and communications for anything. And I've been doing that for a very, very long time. I mean, when he found out about it, the market had crashed. And when we decided to take over the paper, it took 2 years for us to get established because nobody knew who we were. We had to go to all the networking events in Pomona, and we joined the chamber, and we became chamber members in 2009. And we have never missed a networking luncheon, and we're proud of that fact because it helped boost our advertising sales back then.
Yes.
And advertising is a key to our success in the paper.
Right. And you also play another role within the Pomona Chamber of Commerce as well.
Yes. I'm on the executive board. I'm on the regular board. I'm on, I attend committee meetings. I've never missed any meetings, board meetings. And I attend all the events that the chamber has to network with other business owners.
Great. And
try to tell them what we do for the community. Yes.
Now, La Nueva Voz is a tag team effort, it seems like, between you and Jeff Schenkel.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So tell us, Jeff is not in studio with us here today.
No.
And I'm sure we're going to learn a little bit more about you along the way. Mm-hmm. But maybe share a little bit of, did Jeff have any background in publications and news? Or
definitely.
How did he get in?
He was a PR consultant for 28 years.
Oh, wow.
And he has been in news for 51 years. I mean, he used to work for City News. Oh, wow. He also used to work for the Tribune. And he decided to go into business for himself as a PR consultant. And after 2008 hit and all of his clients left him because of the money drying up, we decided to do this paper together. And the strange thing about it, we don't have any staff. It's just myself, Jeff, and we have a part-time graphic designer and a part-time web guy. And that's it.
And what is your role in La Nueva Voz?
My role is in marketing and operations. I'm the VP of it. And I am responsible for letting the community know who we are, what we do, and trying to sell ads to the community at a really low price. We have never raised our rates going on 14 years.
Wow.
And we don't have any intention of doing so.
Well, that's wonderful because the price of eggs have went up triple.
Everything's gone up.
Yes, that's right. So, again, you've been doing this for some years now. And out of all the years that you've been doing this, you and Jeff, what is one of the greatest joys that you've experienced from being a part of La Nueva Voz?
Meeting really nice people, interesting people, meeting celebrities, getting rewards that we never even expected. We have like what we call the Hall of Fame, where we've received probably 15 awards throughout our entire 14 years. I was a member of the year for the Pomona Chamber in 2019. And Jeff and I have received multiple awards from different organizations, and we are very proud of that.
Wonderful. Now, we're going to take a quick station break. And when we come back, I want you to share with us a little bit about the last award that you guys received just recently.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys. So we're going to take a quick little station break, and we'll get back to you in just a moment. Hey, thanks again for tuning in to the Pomona Promise Network podcast. Today's sponsors include La Nueva Voz, Pomona's only community newspaper. If you'd like to learn more about Pomona and all the good things that are happening, pick up a copy today or visit them at lanuevavoz.net. Once again, lanuevavoz.net. Hey, welcome back to the Pomona Promise Network podcast. Again, with your host, Andrew Quiñones, and guest Renee Barbee of La Nueva Voz. Renee, a little birdie told me that La Nueva Voz is going to be receiving an award this month. Is that true?
Yes, it is. This Sunday, the 15th, the Martin Luther King Jr. Project is going to be giving us what is called the Zini Cummings Award. And we were honored to be recognized by Gail Claiborne, who nominated us for it. And she's been a long time member of the project. And she was the former president. She's now the vice president. And she will be presenting the award to us on Sunday night to both Jeff and I at Pilgrim Congregational Church.
Wonderful. And so you guys must be very proud of that.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
It's a complete shock and surprise to us, but we are honored to receive it.
That's great. So what other organizations have received awards like this in the past?
We received an award from, the American Legion many, many years ago. There's a lot of awards that I can't recall, but I've been given certificates.
Yes.
We received an award from the Tri-City Mental Health a few years ago before COVID. And we've got plaques and we've got certificates all over the place.
Yes. Well, that certainly is to share with the community that you guys have done excellent work in the past decade, yes?
Yes, that's why we received the awards, because of our awesome service to the community.
Right. Now, when I'm driving through Pomona, whether I'm dropping off my child at the TLC, the Learning Center at the Fairplex, or visiting a school, or even a business, everywhere I go, I see the La Nueva Voz newspaper stack.
We try to get the word out.
Yes, you do. So you guys have done a great job at placing them in all the strategic places, because, I really do enjoy, picking up that newspaper, and whether I'm having lunch somewhere or just, sitting, having breakfast in the morning, picking up the newspaper.
Right.
And what strikes me most is that, again, it's not negative news. It's
all positive.
It is
all
positive news that just shares just the great things that we're doing in Pomona, right?
Exactly.
All right. So now, out of all the years you've been doing this, I know I don't think you write the articles. Jeff does, yes? Or do you write some as well?
He writes everything.
Okay.
I just proofread everything and make sure that he doesn't make any mistakes, because he types really fast.
Like a good woman or a good wife, yes?
He knows what he's doing. He puts his whole heart and soul into the paper. He writes the articles, and he knows what he's doing. And you won't find any other paper that is most well written as ours is.
Great. Now, out of all the years, what is an article that just stands out in your mind that just made an impact on you personally, or perhaps a newspaper?
Well, in 2020, we found out that the Sheraton Hotel was a housing, it became a COVID hotel.
Yes.
And somebody anonymously sent me a package of information, and I showed it to Jeff, and I said, this would be a really good story to let people know what's going on in the community. Mm-hmm. And at first he was hesitant, but he spent 3 weeks working on it, calling people, interviewing people over the phone and by email. And after 3 articles in January, February, March of 2020 or 2021, he got the whole thing shut down.
Wow.
Because of his story.
Yes.
I helped him, of course, but the community needed to know the truth of what was going on. Yes. It was from LA County. Mm-hmm. And they were doing underhanded stuff, trying to keep the people inside and not letting them go, and like bribing them with different things so they would stay.
Interesting.
And after 3 or 4 months, they found out about it, and after we published the article in our paper, once everybody got a hold of it, they went onto our website and they shared the link all over the place.
Oh, wow.
And our website got 4,000 plus hits that 1 month. And it was incredible.
So not only are you guys writing a newspaper, I mean, an actual something you could put in your hand that's tangible, you guys are also hosting a website with all the
everything's on the website, everything, all the way back to 2012.
Oh, wow. So real quick, so to give the audience, what is the website address?
It's www.lanuevavoz.net.
Okay, wonderful. And it looks like we're in time for another station break, so we will be back with you in just a moment. Thanks again for joining us here for our first podcast at the Pomona Promise Network. I'm your host, Andrew Quiñones, and today's sponsor is the studio that we're hosting this podcast, which is Positive Pomona Productions, brought to you by the Southern California Service Corps here in downtown Pomona. If you'd like to learn more about the Southern California Service Corps, you can visit us at www.socalservicecorps.org. Once again, that's www.socalservicecorps.org. Okay, welcome back to the Pomona Promise Network broadcast. I'm here with La Nueva Voz, and I am the host, Andrew Quiñones. And today we're interviewing Renee Barbee. So Renee, we've come to learn a little bit about La Nueva Voz and the history, some of your greatest accomplishments, and stories that really made an impact within our community.
Right.
So as time unfolds, I'm kind of curious to know, what do you see the future of La Nueva Voz going, and do you have some sort of wish list as the future unfolds?
Well, as we continue on and dealing with COVID, we are doing our best to get the word out to the community about everything that's taking place. Fundraisers are important to people, so we get the word out by putting the information in our paper, and I post it on social media. And if people contact me either by email, phone, or whichever way, sometimes they contact me through the website. I will explain to them that if they don't have a graphic designer, our designer will design their ad at no additional cost. All they pay for is the cost of the ad. They're able to see it before it goes to print, and they're able to approve it. And then the most important part is if they only publish one ad, it's not really going to serve them much of use, because once you place one ad and that's it, people forget about you. Most of our clients stay in as a regular basis, and that is important because people in the community might not see one issue and they'll see the other, and they will patronize the businesses in Pomona. And that's important because Pomona needs to know that we're here for them. And through our paper, we're trying to get the word out about supporting your local businesses. Great. That's what it's all about.
Yes, it is. And I think you guys are great support to our local businesses. So Renee, what is something right now that you guys are working on? What type of stories are you working on for 2023? What's the future ahead?
Well, right now, there's something regarding Cal Poly that I cannot say at this time because it hasn't been written and hasn't been published, so it's not out in the public yet. But it's regarding something that happened at Cal Poly, and people send us stories and articles and a lot of stuff from last month in December that wasn't able to get into our paper will be in our January 26th issue. We always publish on the fourth Thursday of the month.
The fourth Thursday of the month. Okay,
Yes.
You guys heard out there. The fourth Thursday of the month. You can find that on Nueva Voz at a number of different sites. And I'm sure, Renee, pop off a few different sites in Pomona where people can find that newspaper.
Well, the Pomona Post Office, you can find them at the City Hall, the Pomona Public Library, surrounding businesses in downtown Pomona Owners Association, DPOA. They're everywhere throughout Pomona. We distribute to numerous businesses in Pomona and surrounding cities like Laverne, Claremont, Montclair, all those places. And if people actually come into cities and find our paper, and they'll take it back to their city and share it with their people.
Yes. And I got to tell you, being in 2023 now, it all across the country now, I'm guessing maybe the world, newsprint is disappearing everywhere.
That's very true.
And so to be able to have something, again, something tangible that people could get their hands on and read, but also have the option for the website as well.
Right.
I'm really, I guess, grateful that something like this still exists. And I have to think that, how do we get young people to engage and getting that tangible newspaper in their hand and reading it, and learning more about their community.
Exactly. That's our focus, to get the word out to the young people in Pomona, like high school students. And I have had interns, and it didn't quite work out for most of them. And I had a young man contact me from a Pomona college. He was doing a story. He needed to write a paper on a newspaper. So he contacted me, and Jeff and I met him, and we went over all the details of our paper, and he's getting ready to publish it in his school newsletter.
Oh, wow. What an inspiration.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so Renee, is there any final thoughts or comments that you would like the city of Pomona and all its residents to know?
Absolutely. My role in the paper is multiple. I serve on many committees and boards. I'm here to help. My major role is, Vice President of Marketing and Operations. Jeff is the publisher. There's only the two of us. We work from like 8 a.m. until 6, 7, 8 o'clock p.m. And you can always reach me either by phone, text, or email. My email is Renee Barbee, 7@gmail.com. My cell phone number is 909-762-1446. And once again, our website address is www.lanuevavoz.net.
And thank you so much for that, Renee. And the community out there, you might even get a chance one day to see Mr. Jeff Schenkel live in action. He's a musician, and he was even able to help us at the Kindness Carnival this year.
Absolutely.
Live. So we have a talented couple here in the city of Pomona. And I'm so grateful for you being our guest today. And I wish you the best of luck for 2023, Renee. And I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Andy. Appreciate you.
Okay, guys. So again, thanks for tuning in to the Pomona Promise Network broadcast. We're going to be here twice a month interviewing people throughout our community. And we hope that you tune in. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear more. Peace.